Hey guys, welcome back for more Corpse Factory. Look at the screen. We have Aoi now here. She's been added, even though she's not a part of Corpse Girl's team yet. I mean, for now. So anyways, let us continue. Is Noriko even to allow Aoi to join? I kinda doubt it though. I mean, she's overprotective of Aoi, right?
We have Chief Detective Fujikawa at the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department in the studio today to discuss the events. According to eyewitness reports, a young woman plummeted to her death from an apartment building on Saturday morning. Two other women suffered a similar fate in different locations late on Sunday night.
Oh, so they also died.
Police have not yet released information on the identities of the young women. Would you care to share your thoughts, Detective Fujikawa?
We cannot rule out the possibility of homicide in these cases. Police recovered additional bodies at the site of each death. In each instance, a look-alike corpse matching the appearance of the victim was found. This cannot be mere coincidence. I believe that a single perpetrator is behind the deaths of all three women. Leaving a look-alike corpse at the scene of each crime seems to be some sort of psychotic calling card. It's clear that the death of each victim was premeditated.
So they're not actually even getting it back. They're just leaving it there. I mean, you're definitely gonna get caught with that, right?
In cases like these, the perpetrator is often looking to be caught, even if only subconsciously. It won't take long to track them down. Once forensic analysis reveals the identities of the look-alike corpses, we will be able to uncover how and where they were obtained.
Yes, true.
We will bring the perpetrator to justice.
Police are urging citizens to be cautious in the coming weeks. If you see anyone behaving suspiciously, please call the following number.
Damn, this shit's really starting to blow up.
Come on, Tomei. Like, she doesn't even care. Damn.
Yeah, it's about time.
3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl is on fire.
And they're talking about this in the office?
She couldn't have done it without you. And Kojiro. So, thanks. I know those corpse deliveries yesterday were rather last minute.
No problem. Had nothing better to do anyway.
I've still got 1 victim ready to conquer, but I'm not sure when to go through with it.
What's the issue?
It's someone I know.
Eh, so? Didn't bother you when we stuck it to that Emmy chick.
This is a little different. It's my sister.
Yo, hold up. You've got a sister?
Mm-hmm. Yuriko. She's older than me.
Shit. And like, someone requested her death through Corpse Girl's website?
Seems like it.
Jeez. What are the chances?
I'm wondering the same thing.
Well, think it over a bit longer. You might want to lay low for a while anyway. Sounds like Shinya's dad is all over this case.
Sorry? Shinya's dad?
That detective guy, Fujikawa.
What? He's Shinya's dad?
Yep, friggin' scary guy. Had an awkward dinner with him and Shinya a while back.
Wow. You know, I met him once before.
You did?
He certainly was intimidating. But don't worry, we only met by chance. Had nothing to do with Corpse Girl.
Alright, as long as he doesn't know your identity, you should be fine. Still, what's your next move?
I'll think over what to do about my sister for a little longer. But as soon as more requests come through the website, I'm going to fulfill them. I don't have the luxury of time. I can't just lay low like you said.
Sheesh, when did you grow a pair?
I'm serious. I'm tired of lagging behind. Corpse Girl is on a winning streak now. It's up to me to keep it going.
Okay. Well, just let me know when you need me.
Thanks, I will.
Well, back to work or whatever.
I turn back to my computer after Tomoe leaves. 3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl truly is at the top of her game. It was a bit hard work, but in the end I managed to pull through. Thanks to a bit of luck, of course. Yesterday, after returning home from the library, I had a sudden burst of inspiration. I ran a reverse image search on the photos of the 2 women that were submitted to Corpse Girl's website. It was pretty easy to locate their noise profile thanks to that. I was kind of shocked when I saw that we all shared 2 mutual friends on noise, Emi Katsuno and Yuriko Kurosawa. A bit of digging through and their profiles revealed their names to be Fuyumi Amano and Manami Sachiko. They both work at the same store as Emi and my sister. It struck me then that all of these requests must be somehow related, but that didn't matter much to me, or matter so much. Tracking down Amano's and Sachiko's address wasn't as difficult as I feared. I contacted Tomoe and she told me she was familiar with the store they worked at. She volunteered to head over there and see if she could access the employee records. Apparently the whole job was so easy that she managed to walk in and walk out in 3 minutes flat. She said that none of the staff even batted an eyelid as she walked in, and she simply strode in the back room, rummaged through the filing cabinet and snapped a photo of the employee contact sheet. Dude, nice. Like, this was the explanation for that? Okay. With that information at our disposal, nothing stood in our way of delivering look-alike corpses to their homes. Few hours shared between the morgue and the factory and it was done. Both Amano and Sachiko killed themselves within an hour of each other. So far the kill rate of delivering photo and then a corpse is 100%. I can only imagine the thoughts that must go through someone's mind when they are faced with their own corpse. Dude, if someone put a corpse there, I would call the cops already. Like instantly. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why is it that you're gonna kill yourself instantly? I mean, it can be scary, of course, but the first thing that's gonna be on your mind is to jump from a high building? Are you serious? The looming dread, the hopelessness, and fear of inevitability have proven to be so overwhelming that suicide becomes the only viable option. Like, call the cops, call your neighbors or anything. Call people. Because of this development, I finally ruled out the possibility of Corpse Girl's victims being murdered by some mysterious stranger. I only ever invented that theory due to the strange circumstances in which Ruri Hatano died. Yes, Ruri Hatano, I forgot about her. After all, she was hung from a scarecrow in an uncannily similar fashion to the corpse photo I invented for her. None of the other victims' deaths since then have made cruelly suspect that another party could be involved. All of them have been clearly suicides, or in the case of Eiichi Hanada, coincidental accident. Kotomi Iida's death was an outlier since she was likely killed out of self-defense. I'm about 90% certain that Corpse Girl power lies in the ability to convince victims to end their own lives. There's no third-party murderer acting on her behalf, and I've begun to suspect that the power I hold is no esoteric arcane force. It's not some supernatural art, it's not witchcraft or sorcery or some holy power bestowed upon from on high. The power of Corpse Girl holds is simple determination, grit, resolve. My will to end lives is what drives me to craft convincing corpse photos and deliver look-alike cadavers. That in itself is enough to act as the knife twisting on a victim's side. It's enough to compel those weak of heart and weak of mind to end their lives. If that's all my power ends up being, I'm happy. I'm happy that I can be the instrument that delivers Corpse Girl's justice, regardless of whether it's through mundane or mysterious methods. As long as victims continue to drop like flies in the wake of Corpse Girl's ascension, I will remain content. And this is only just the beginning. There are no new requests when I log in Corpse Girl's website this evening. I'm strangely okay with that. There's something I want to do before more requests come through anyway. I'm going to make some updates to the website, a few improvements that will considerably ease the workload placed upon Corpse Girl, Kojiro, and Tomoe. In the website's admin settings, I add a couple of extra data fields to the front page. Instead of just asking for a photo and a phone number, the website now requires a victim's address to be provided. This will ensure we can successfully deliver a corpse for every request. In addition, the site now asks for the victim's name. I've always been hesitant about requesting this specific detail. I never wanted to know the names of the people Corpse Girl will kill. It creates familiarity, and I always used to worry that it would prevent me from going through with a request. But more than all of that, I fear that I would delve too deep into somebody's life. I fear that I would become too attached, too entranced by standing on the outside and looking in. Knowing someone's name would have allowed me to easily find victims online and go down the rabbit hole of spying on their private lives. My voyeuristic fetishes would have defeated me. I know myself, and I know that I would have become far too interested in a person to carry out their death. It's the same reason why I never reverse images or image search a victim's photo before yesterday. Now that things are escalating, now that Corpse Girl needs a victim's address to ensure a kill, I have to get past all of that. I have to be strong for Corpse Girl. I'm somewhat relieved that the timing is suitable. After all, I haven't been as aroused as usual. When stalking people online, I don't know if my libido is just low, or if I truly have become uninterested in such things. Either way, I believe I'm able to cope with the burden of extra knowledge, learning victims' names and address, all of that. It's going to work in Corpse Girl's favor. And I'm surely strong enough now to not give in to temptation and succumb to scopophilia. What is that? That has plagued my existence for years. After adding the victim's name and address fields to the website, I decided to add one final touch. There is a particular line of text that describes how the site works. I've always liked it. It says your victim will receive a photo of their own corpse shortly before they die. It's concise and it perfectly sums up the intention of the website. However, it needs to be updated correctly, applied to Corpse Girl's new modus operandi. I changed the line ever so slightly, just enough to make a difference. It now reads your victim will receive their own corpse shortly before they die. Some people might think it doesn't make sense. They'll think that maybe it's a typo or written by someone not familiar with the language. But it's completely intentional. Now that I made all the changes to the website, I click the save button in the admin panel. The changes are reflected immediately on the front page of the site. Corpse Girl's new and improved request form is online. With that done, I need to simply sit back and wait for some new requests to pour in. And it shouldn't take long once I put my next plan into motion. Because I finally figured out how my sister can be of use to me after all these years. She's going to help me become famous. What? Yuriko Kurosawa's death will ensure that everybody in Japan knows the name Corpse Girl. What is she gonna do? For the first time in a while, my fingers scrape against the bottom of the cabinet drawer.
Oh shit.
No more phones. Oh, I fumble around to grab the last remaining burner phone in the drawer. It's a fairly modern handset from around 3 years ago. These newer models never retain their battery charge for more than a month, so when they've been inactive. Thankfully, it uses generic charger, so I quickly plug it into the kitchen outlet and wait for it to return to life. I glance back down at the open drawer. It's completely empty now. I'm going to need to restock my supply of burners if I have to hope to continue with Corpse Girl's work. I nervously bite my fingernails at the thought. Getting these phones isn't easy. It's free, yes, but it's not easy. Free? And if I get busted trying to lift a stack of them, that might very well be the end of me. I'll have to obtain as many new phones as possible at some point today. Once Corpse Girl kills my sister, my website is going to explode with new requests. I need to be prepared as possible. I decide to finish getting ready for work while the burner charges. As much as I'd like to simply skip out and deal with my sister, I need to pop into the office. Missing too many days is going to lead to me getting fired, and that might compromise my mission. I take my medication, I apply my makeup, I pack my handbag. It's also mundane, but it's also necessary. Each day is the same routine. There's comfort to be found in that, especially for someone like me, but sometimes I remember the excitement of finding myself in new situations. Even those situations end up with me lying in the muck of a bathroom floor or against the stone-cold tiles of morgue. When I'm ready to leave the apartment, I snatch the burner phone up and check the battery. It's around 40%, that should be plenty. I stash it in my handbag so it's ready for action when the time comes. I'm out of the door at the same time as every other day. I find myself alone in the office, after working the day has ended. The entire floor is empty and silent. I shut down my computer and stretch my tense arms. I don't normally like staying back late, but sometimes it's necessary to get work done, and when I say work, I'm of course referring to Corpse Girl's tasks. When I'm absolutely certain that everybody has gotten home, I get out of my chair and wander listlessly around the office. It's kind of nice having the place to myself. It's like my apartment, only bigger and colder and without the terrible odor of mold that permeates the walls. I notice that quite a few people tend to leave their belongings at their desk. Nothing too valuable. The occasional coat, hat, or pair of headphones. Should somebody low of moral character wish to steal them, there would be nothing stopping them. I am personally not interested in any of that. I walk to the other side of the office floor and reach a senior's cubicle. Even as seniors leave important things lying around. There's a gift bag with a cake shop logo on front, a company credit card, a few personal bank statements. But the contents of their desk drawers are where the real gold is found. As I rifle through one drawer in particular, I find exactly what I'm looking for. It's an old Noise brand phone, a few models earlier than my own. It slips into my handbag right alongside the burner phone I brought from home. I close the desk drawer gently and trapeze into the next cubicle. The top drawer here contains a flip phone, a familiar classic. It'll serve me well, into the handbag it goes. One of the main problems I have with this company, with any company in fact, is the wasteful attitude of management. Executives, seniors, and even some junior staff are provided with company phones. Basically, you're expected to make calls on the job. The company will issue you a phone so that you don't have to use your own. However, with the rapid evolution of modern technology, phones often find themselves replaced or upgraded well before they cease functioning, and management doesn't care about recycling or repurposing unused obsolete phones. The device simply drifts to the bottom of the drawers or storage cabinets, destined to become forgotten within moments. Am I really doing a wrong thing by taking these phones off the company's hands? It's not like I'm stealing personal property from employees. I'm only taking what the company is likely to write off as a business expense, and this multi-billion yen company, are they really going to miss this odd, outdated device? I justified this to myself long ago. I'm ensuring these phones are used for a bigger purpose, and there's nothing bigger than fulfilling Corpse Girl's ambitions. As I swipe the fourth or fifth phone, I hear the ding of the elevator from across the office floor.
Shit.
Someone's here. I need to get away before the cubicles without being seen.
Noriko! Is that you?
Oh, Shinya. I must have ducked down a second too late because the voice identified me correctly. I scuttled forward on my knees just a little bit so that I'm not so close to the cubicles. When I get to my feet, I'm halfway between the senior employees area and the junior's open plan desk.
Shinya?
Shinya walks over from the elevator to greet me.
Hi. You're here awfully late. What were you doing over there? That is, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh. I lent my USB drive to one of the seniors earlier, and they didn't return it, so...
Oh. Did you find it?
Nope. Oh well. I'll ask about it tomorrow.
I could help you look if you like.
Seriously, it's okay. I'm about to head home anyway. What are you doing here?
I left my wallet at my desk. Can you believe it? Luckily, I remembered before I took Tomoe out for dinner. I would have appeared to be quite the buffoon if I'd been unable to pay for our meal.
Yeah, I suppose so. Hey, how are things anyway?
Things with Tomoe are great. We are truly in love.
Well, okay, not exactly what I meant, but... How are things here? I mean, what happened with Kotomi and...
Ah, that whole kerfuffle. Can you believe Miss Ida is dead now? Is it wrong of me to say that I'm happy she's dead? Is that an awful thing to admit?
I gently shake my head, but I don't interrupt his train of thought.
It's so bizarre. Especially considering our relationship and how determined she was to end my career.
It bothers me that Shinya is still referring to the conflict between himself and Kotomi as a relationship.
But it would seem that she was the only one with animosity toward me. As such, the other executives said I'm welcome to work here as long as I like. In fact, they were even generous enough to give me a small salary raise.
Ooh.
Wow! That's great, Shinya. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. It truly was a struggle there for a little while.
Before my brain can even register what I'm saying, the following words stumble out of my mouth.
Do you want to talk about it?
Noriko, I know that I haven't been as open with you as I should have been. Maybe talking about it will help me put the whole thing behind me.
I bite my tongue as I try to think a way to back out of the situation.
Oh, you know, if you're uncomfortable talking to me, maybe Tomoe can help?
My objection is met with a smile. Looks like I'm in too deep now.
Tomoe means well. She really does. But whenever I bring up the subject, she becomes visibly angry. Many a death threat against Miss Ida has been made aloud. I wouldn't be all too surprised if Tomoe was the one who killed her. There certainly is a motive there, after all.
Well... it was actually... what do you call this? Tomoe who sent the photo, right?
So you don't know who killed Kotomi?
I don't even think the police know that much. Father showed me the photos of the crime scene.
I doubt they're gonna like team up with Shinya, or rather Noriko telling Shinya about being Corpse Girl, because Shinya is different. Like he's just a good guy.
Chances are that whoever did kill her was also killed in return. Though, as abusive as she was toward me, I never took her as the type to instigate a mass murder. She was an angry person, yes, but that seemed to stem from a lack of fulfillment. That's what I assume, anyway.
Fulfillment?
And I think that's the reason she made her advances on me.
Dude, she was assaulting you, sexually assaulting you, homie.
Shinya... I really am sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to go through such a traumatic experience.
I thought I was going to lose everything. My job, my relationship. Miss Ida threatened to steal it all away from me, just so she could experience some form of power, some small manner of pleasure. Why do people do those things, Noriko? What joy is there even to be found in...
I take my time to consider my reply. I'm probably not the best person for him to be having this discussion with, but all things considered, it does seem to be helping him come to terms with things.
Shinya... What you went through with Kotomi, what she did to you, that's not what it's about. She never had the right to put you through that. I hope that one day, when you're comfortable and feeling healthy, I hope that you can make some good memories with Tomoe.
Yes. I hope so. Thank you, Noriko.
Don't mention it.
I don't know if my words were the right ones. What right do I have to talk about what he went through? I can only hope that I managed to bring him some sort of comfort.
Well, I better grab my wallet and get going. Don't want to keep Tomoe waiting. Say, would you like to join us, Noriko? Are you hungry at all?
Oh, I don't want to intrude on your romantic evening.
It's no trouble, really.
Maybe next time. I have some things I need to do tonight.
Okay, no problem. Well, see you later.
Shinya takes off towards his desk. I breathe a sigh of relief as I hoist my handbag from the ground, feeling the reassuring weight of my newly acquired burner phones. I enter the elevator and give a polite wave to Shinya as the door closes.
Give me a call back when you leave the restaurant.
You want me to drive tonight?
It has to be tonight. We talked about this.
But...
Please. Kojiro is on standby as well.
Fine. Not like I've been dying to bring Shinya back to my place or nothing.
Don't push Shinya. Let him tell you when he's ready.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'll probably be out of the restaurant in an hour. That cool?
Yes, thanks.
Bye!
I look down the street, my gaze aiming directly at the restaurant Tomoe is currently seated at with Shinya. I'll need to kill an hour around here, but what is there to do? I'm not exactly keen on the idea of window shopping. I don't even want to be here, but standing in one spot as dozens of people walk by is really nerve-wracking. I could go visit Aoi at the maid cafe, but then I have to pay the table charge to enter, and I'd probably be pretty weird to be served by girls in maid costumes. Not really my thing. As I glance around, I notice a 24-hour manga cafe at the end of the street. That could be actually perfect. I could rent a quiet space for a few hundred yen and just read a book until it's time to go. No one there to bother me. In fact, the only person I need to speak to is the attendant at the counter. With my mind made up, I hurry along to the manga cafe.
Pretty late.
Come on, you're a night owl. What are you complaining about?
Just making chit-chat.
Well, instead of talking, how about you hold that flashlight still? I can't see what I'm doing with you waving it around.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm nearly done anyway. Fucking Yuriko. This wouldn't be so difficult if she didn't have different haircuts in every single photo on her profile. I'm just going to have to estimate the length of her hair for now.
The corpse on the table in front of me looks like an uncanny clone of my sister. I snip away a little more hair from her fringe and then put the scissors aside.
You two must be close.
the opposite.
Makeup's done!
Thanks. Looks good.
Do they have the same outfit, Noriko and Tomoe? I mean, the jacket, right? Tomoe beams as she puts the cap back on the lipstick in her hand.
I think we're done. Can you zip up the bag? I really need to wash my hands.
You got it, boss.
I step away from the corpse and plunge my hands into the ice-cold bucket of water on the factory floor. I have to admit that we've become pretty good at this whole thing. In just a week or so, we've managed to refine our art and synchronize our duties.
Okay, load her in the van. I'm going to send the corpse photo now.
You sure about this? You think she's gonna be awake this time of night?
I'm positive. This is the best time to do it.
According to her noise feed, Yuriko Kurosawa is currently attending a massive party. I'm sure the venue will be packed to the brim with her scumbag friends. She's been posting about it for days. It wasn't hard for me to find out all the information I needed since whoever organized the party posted it as a public event. Yuriko is about to receive a photo of her own corpse. And in less than an hour's time, she's going to receive her carbon copy corpse in a body bag in front of at least 100 people. The mass panic that will break out is sure to be hilarious. I don't want to miss it, and I don't want to miss my sister's final moments. Maybe she'll kill herself in front of her closest friends, or maybe the terror will slowly eat at her and she'll go home first before deciding she just can't take it anymore. I'm happy with either result. She's finally going to get what she deserves. I hate her so much. She's a low-life degenerate, a delinquent, the utter scum of the earth, and she never calls me. I doubt she remembers I even exist.
Ready to go?
I snap out of my thoughts and look at the phone that I have been subconsciously holding in my feeble grip. It's the burner I picked up from home earlier this morning. Yuriko's corpse photo is glowing on the screen, ready to be launched into the network. I hit send.
Okay.
Kojiro nods and holds the zipped up body bag onto his shoulder. The weight of the cadaver inside causes him to stumble a little, but he regains his balance and shuffles towards the factory entrance. I examine the body bag as Kojiro carries it. It's the same white HRP that we picked up from the morgue, but I made a rather nice adjustment to it. Adjustment. Big bold letters are scrolled along the sides in purple and black permanent marker. It says, "With love from Corpse Girl." Underneath the massive letters in small script is Corpse Girl's website address. A scribble of a cute anime girl decorates the other side of the bag. It's the very same character that dances animatedly on Corpse Girl's website. Tomoe told me this was a bold move. Kojiro didn't seem to care. Yuriko Kurosawa is about to be publicly executed. Tonight is the night that Corpse Girl becomes known to the world. Okay, this is the quietest house party I ever witnessed. I only managed to catch a glimpse of it before Kojiro shields my eyes with his ice-cold hand. I want to object to him, censoring my vision, but the smell of blood causes me to slump against his shoulder and I resort to whimpering quietly as he places me gently on the ground. The vision of the house party from hell is still vivid behind my closed eyelids. It's not like I've been to many house parties in my life. In fact, when I really think about it, I don't think I've ever been to a single one before this moment. But I've seen them in television, I've seen them in movies. They're always loud, music blasting, people are dancing, drinking, making out. The scene I witnessed doesn't look like any of that. I'm pretty sure dead bodies don't line the floor at a regular house party. I'm pretty sure trails of blood aren't on the guest list. This party is weird. The walls are slashed, there's broken glass everywhere. Specks of blood are dotted across the furniture. What? Someone in the next room is sobbing quietly. Someone above me, perhaps inside the ceiling, is groaning. Kojiro is sitting next to me now. I can imagine a bored expression hovering over his features. He still has his hand over my eyes. He taps the finger of his other hand against the body bag beside him. His digits drum out a rhythmic beat upon Yuriko Kurosawa's clone, still zipped up and sealed inside her temporary coffin. I think Tomoe is still in the van. She said something about not wanting to get messed up. I never planned on entering this party, but Kojiro dragged the body inside and returned shortly after and told me I should come and take a look. So here I am, blinded by Kojiro's misguided attempt to protect me from the carnage I willingly unleashed. I asked him if he killed all the people here. He said no. I suppose I believe him. I managed to squint through a gap in Kojiro's finger. Momentarily, the blurred shapes of 4 or 5 bodies are on the floor in front of us. There a stray arm lying limply on a chair that's currently unaccounted for. Kojiro presses down firmly against my face and my vision darkens once more. I hear his voice and imagine his calm demeanor in my mind.
Thoughts?
What is happening?
Don't know.
I haven't managed to sort my head out just yet. They don't even show us pictures or like a scene, right?
Your sister's over there. Well, a corpse that looks like her, at any rate.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Kojiro releases his grip from my face. I tiptoed forward, stumbling thanks to my still blurry eyes. I can make out the shape of a sofa close to the wall and I approach it carefully. Oh my god. What happened to her? The empty gap between the sofa and the wall is a 3-foot wide space. I'm not sure why the owner of this house doesn't keep the sofa directly against the wall. The empty space here seems kind of useless. Maybe if the sofa is all the way against the wall, it becomes too far from the TV. That's a possibility. I would personally just get a bigger TV so the sofa can be kept comfortably flush with the wall. The gap here really annoys me. It's making me irritated. I want to push the sofa back myself, but I don't know, but I know I don't have the strength. It's a massive thing, bigger than I am, and maybe even bigger than Corpse Girl. She always refers to Corpse Girl as a third person, right? Even if I was strong enough to move it, there's still the issue of my sister lying here between the sofa and the wall. She's in the way. I'd have to move her first, and the thought of touching her is absolutely disgusting. Even when she was alive, I never wanted to touch her. She's a foul excuse for a human being.
Hey, Yuriko. Long time no see.
She doesn't respond. Of course, she's dead, that's
You
why.
don't look so hot. Guess I'm prettier now, huh? Why do you never call me? Whatever. I wouldn't answer the phone anyway.
She doesn't say anything. The sound of someone grunting behind me doesn't interrupt my concentration. I assume it's just Kojiro clearing his throat.
Have you seen Mother lately? I haven't heard from her in a while. I'm sure she's fine. Are you still on parole? I heard you were working at a clothing store. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm working for Temujin at the moment.
Yuriko nods. What?
It's okay. There are worse jobs, I'm sure. How did you get that cut across your throat?
Will someone slash her throat?
Does it hurt?
I reach forward and slip my fingers into Yuriko's gashed throat. Oh my god. When I remove them, I frown at the red blood dripping into the gaps between my knuckles.
That's disgusting.
What the hell?
Remember when you bandaged me up after I busted my knee? You said Mother would be mad if she found out that you hurt me. So you tried your best to fix me up before she got home. She found out, though. I think she's going to find out about this, too. There's no way you can keep this from her, Yu.
Yuriko smiles gently. I wipe the blood into my skirt.
Oh? Him? That's Kojiro. He's a friend. No, there's nothing between us.
I hear the grunt from behind once more.
I know. You're actually nicer than I remember. Why couldn't you ever be this nice when we were kids? If you'd been this nice to me, then maybe I wouldn't have spent my entire teenage life wishing you would drop dead. Oh, I guess my wishes came true after all.
Yuriko laughs along with me. It doesn't sound like the laugh I remember. It's more like a gurgle, like she has something caught in her throat. A trickle of blood pours from between her lips and she coughs.
Oh, do you need a tissue?
Oh dude, she's actually still alive? What?
Here.
I unzip my handbag and retrieve a tissue, then hand it to Yuriko. She tilts her head and sprays the rest of the blood from her mouth.
Fuck you, Noriko.
Oh my god.
Okay. I gotta go. Say hi to Father for me, okay?
I leave Yuriko behind. After making my way out of the cursed house, I find Kojiro waiting by the van. Tomoe has shut herself inside and rolled up all the windows.
I think we're done here.
Okay. Leave this here?
He lazily indicates a body bag on the ground.
Yeah, I guess so. We didn't need it after all.
Guess not.
Kojiro slaps his broad hands across his trousers, dusting them off. He cocks his neck to the side and stretches his limbs. I make an attempt to reach for the van's door, but Kojiro stops me.
Not curious about what happened?
Yeah, well, dude, I am actually curious what happened.
Only a little. She's dead, though. Or dying. That's all that matters. Oh, actually, give me 1 second.
I quickly dart back inside the house. I weave across the room and duck behind the sofa once more. Yuriko is silent and unmoving. I do my best to push her body to the side with my skeletal arms. She budges an inch or two and I find what I'm looking for. Her phone buried between her ass and the carpet. I turn on the screen and find there's no fingerprint or passcode lock. The photo of Yuriko's corpse, the very same photo that I sent to her earlier, it's still on the screen.
I guess she did receive the photo then. Maybe that's all it took this time. She must have been pretty freaked if she killed all the people here. This is like the Kotomi Ida situation all over again.
I mean, yeah, it could be like this. My voyeuristic tendencies flare up and I decide to look through the rest of her photos. I swipe across the screen just once and nearly jump out of my skin. Yuriko received a photo right before she received the one I sent. It arrived 10 minutes before my photo. What? Stab Shuji at the party. It's another image of a corpse. Dude, what the hell is happening? And they said Shuji, so they also have the name. What? Another photo depicting her death, but it's completely different than the one I crafted.
What the fuck?
Someone else sent Yuriko Kurosawa a photo of her own corpse only 10 minutes before I did. Yuriko received a corpse photo from somebody else. What is going on? I examined the photo in detail. It's well made, just like my own work. If I didn't know any better, it would be easy to assume that I made this. But what stands out the most is the writing on the bottom of the image. It simply says, "Stabs Shuji at the party." Stab Shuji at the party? Who the hell is Shuji? Is he here? Is he one of the dead bodies scattered around this accursed house? I quickly discard the thoughts of Shuji. A more important question has come to my attention. Is someone else crafting corpse photos and sending them to people? And not just random people, it's also to Yuriko. This corpse girl have a copycat, an imitator. But why target Yuriko? Why target somebody whose death was requested through Corpse Girl's website? I can't process this right now. It's already past midnight and I'm utterly exhausted. I shove Yuriko's phone into my handbag and get the hell out of the house. Okay, dude. This is so weird. We're gonna end the episode here for now. But holy shit! Like, what is happening now? There's a copycat? But the thing is, it's the same. I mean, it's the same request for Yuriko as well. Who is doing this from our friends? I mean, from, let's say, our suspects are our friends, right? Who is gonna do this? Is it our friends, or is it maybe our new character that hasn't been introduced yet? But I doubt it though. Like, we've been playing the game for very long. Like about 10 hours now, right? I doubt they're gonna like show another person. Maybe, maybe not. It is hard to predict now what's gonna happen. But yeah, it's getting very exciting, honestly. Anyways, we'll continue this in the next episode. I'm so sorry for the cliffhanger, but I'm gonna see you then. Bye bye.